Well, a good morning to all of you. Even though it is nighttime for me, it is actually 1 minute past midnight. And why that is important is because yesterday, which would have been January 17th, my YouTube channel turned 8. Believe it or not, it's been 8 years. And I thought that was kind of cool that it would be 8 years old and I'm still here. I'm still making videos. Maybe not as prominently or as often as I'd like to, but I'm still here. So I would like to thank each and every one of you that stuck around, and even those that found me later, a little later on. It doesn't matter whether you found me in the last episode or whether you were there from the very first episode. I am quite fine either way. I would just like to thank all of you for supporting me in the journey, and here's to hoping we can do more and bigger and better things in the next 8 hours. 8 hours? Wow. 8 years. There we go. Now that's what I was trying to say. Now, as far as doing any kind of field work, it is January on the farm, and as you can see, there's not much going on. If you take a look at our calendar, not really anything that can be planted, nothing really that can be harvested other than grass, which, yeah, let's face it, we don't really need to harvest grass in January. It's not the proper time to do that. If we take a look at our animals, they are all being well cared for, well fed. Health is still on the incline. So we have no issues here. There are no contracts available, so there's not much that we can do other than save the game. And just for fun, I'm going to do a little something different, a little something as a throwback. So stick with me and we'll have a little fun here. In my very first video I ever put out on YouTube, I made a video called Will It Plow? And the basis was very simple. So what I did, I took a whole bunch of tractors and I hooked them up to a plow just to see what they would do. Now, why you guys see a whole pile of bikes over here is because I wanted to do a little twist on that. So you guys can see I got a bunch of dirt bikes, motorbikes, what have you, bicycles. I believe there's even electric bikes in here somewhere. And these come in various different horsepowers. We got scooters, we got all kinds of stuff going on. But the main point is, I want to try to see which of the bikes will hook up to this unit right here. So this little Magismo will help keep all of the bicycles level so that they can't tip over, and we can actually see which ones have a hitch, because believe it or not, there are actually some that have a hitch, like this little mini bike here. And it does say I can grab said bike. That's kind of cool. Object too heavy. And there's another bike with a hitch on it. So I'm going to see which bikes actually will allow us to hitch up. Hopefully the sidecar will. And then we're going to do a fun little test, and we'll conclude it with the Jeep, which I've conveniently put a 3-point hitch on the front. But let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the action here. Up first we have our mountain bike, and it says start engine, which is probably the most amusing thing ever, since it is not a battery powered bike at all. It is merely a mountain bike. But we find the mountain bike does not have a hitch. Alright. Oh. Hold on. There we go. No go. What about the old bike? And again, says we can start the engine. Not sure why, but here we go. This one has a rack And it actually has a taillight, which is fascinating. But no go on the hitch. Alright, and if you're wondering, the Iron Man suit is very intentional. I had to do something a little different. Didn't want to have everything the same. Our third contender here is the mini bike, which is a gas-powered bike, and it does have a hitch, so there are high hopes for this bike being able to pull a cultivator. And yes, indeed, it should be able to attach. Although, I would say we may have issues going forward, but hopefully by the time we have a cultivator hooked up to the back there, it'll balance itself out a little bit. But this is contender number 1. We shall park it right over there. Oh, wrong way. Let us find our next contender, which is a small gas-powered bicycle. Okay. Very cool. I'm actually going to turn up the volume just a wee bit. Interesting how he leans like that, and there's a bunch of smoke pouring out of this little two-stroke. It must be like a chainsaw motor, I would assume, or a weed whacker motor. But I am not seeing any hitching capabilities on it. So this one is a bust. That one can go over to the rest of the bicycles. Alright, let's see what we got going on next. I do believe there is another electric motorcycle in here. Just trying to see if I can find it. Probably number 54, as that does not look like an engine. I don't know if I can jump on number... Yes! Yes, it is an electric as well. Very quiet. Indeed. And so far, I would say that is a no-go. Alright, off to the side. Then I think we'll take this little green tricycle. This one sounds like a lawnmower. And the engine looks like it came off of a push mower or a go-kart of some kind. But the hitch is a no-go. Alrighty. It shall go off to the side. Let's go see what we got next. We got another mini bike. Oh, and this is also electric. Very cool. Very quiet as well, as obviously an electric would be. But as far as hitches go, that is not going to work. Don't worry, we do have more plans for these bikes. We just have to get through the list here first. Ah yes, this one does have a hitch. So this is a 125. This is going to be a really, really low horsepower. And it does sound like a two-stroke, which is of course very fun. And I'm trying to see what the controls do on the bike. I cannot exactly make out what they would be doing. But wow, this thing is zippy. It might be low on horsepower, but it is zippy. Just not when it backs. Backing is unreasonably slow. I'm sure I could back it with my feet quicker than that. But we are able to hook up. And again, we're lacking weight. Oh well. This one is another one for the hitch set. Perfect. Alright, on to phase 2. With the next set of bikes, I didn't specifically check horsepower rating on any of these, but basically what I'm going to do, I know that these two have high horsepower as well as the sidecar, and the single, which is the same as a sidecar. But these dirt bikes, I don't know what their horsepower rating would be, so I'm just gonna pick the smallest one, the little burgundy one, and it says it's a 50. So this ought to be amusing. It is a tiny, tiny little bike. Very fun, I will say that. But unfortunately, it does not have a hitch. So it goes off with the little green scooter here. And then, why don't we take this yellow bike? Also a classic bike. Kind of got the old school enduro style. And let's see if we can get a hitch on there. That is negative. Alright, off to the side. That must stay there then. Next up. Okay, we got a 450. And some severe lean as well. Oh. I'm sure once we start driving, we'll straighten right out. This bike would probably have a lot of power, and with all of the tire options, whenever there was an option for like a dirt tire, I chose that just to give us a little extra grip. You know, I try to maximize it for all of the bikes that we selected here, and these are pretty much all the bikes that are available in game on the PlayStation. Once again, oh look, we can stand up. That's cool. And I'm guessing this adjusts the shocks? Can't quite tell. Either way, we're not here to admire the bike, we're here to try the hitch, if it has one. Wow, that thing is zippy. It was called a 501, so that could be faster than the 450. But no hitch. Unfortunately, it's got to go park off to the side. It is the minute you guys have been waiting for. It's actually the moment you guys have been waiting for. So we've hooked it up, and now we're gonna hire worker. And that does not seem to go very well now, does it? So what we'll have to do is lower the cultivator ourselves, and I'm gonna punch the gas as hard as I can. And we're going to attempt to make a pass at cultivating. As you can see, we're doing a whole lot of nothing. Isn't that just fun? Not really moving. So, I think it's safe to say that this poor little bike is not up for the task. But, just in case you guys thought that was the end of the show, oh no. We have this beautiful little golden bike here. A little it's actually 2-stroke, I believe, 125. This thing is zippy, and it just might have the power needed to get the job done. And we're not going to waste any time. We're just getting right into things here. Look at this. Here we are. We're backing up nice and slow. We are hitching up. We'll try again. Hire a worker. And that's a negatory. Alright. Now we gotta do things ourselves. Alright, you guys ready for this? Look at that! That's actually surprising. The dirt bike actually has a bit of power. It's a little 125 only. Mind you, it's getting pushed around a lot by the cultivator, but it is doing a swell job. Look at that! Who would have thought it? That is incredible. See? You guys can see that it's actually doing its job. That is amazing. That is just incredible. Oh man, I didn't think it would, but hey, never doubt it. And anywhere from about 10 going all the way up to 16, like I would have never thought. That is just awesome. Just goes to show you never know. Oh man, so much fun. Oh, now we're dragging. We been steered a little too hard. Just a wee bit too hard, and then we dragged ourselves. But that's enough of that. Alright. Give the poor little two-stroke a rest. Just about burned its pistons out. And we'll just, as a test, we're going to take the old S10. And we're going to hook it up and see what it does. This is not a very big cultivator by any stretch of the imagination. And let's see, if we hire a worker... Oh yeah! The S10 says not a problem. I got this. Look at that. Somebody's real nervous on the shifter there though. They might not want to be playing on that shifter so much, but wow! The S10 is doing a phenomenal job, honestly. I'm actually kind of impressed. Oh, you have a little bit left there, my friend. Oh, that is funny. That is too funny. Alright, enough of that nonsense. We need to get on to other things here. I've just loaded up all the bikes as haphazardly as I can. As you can see, the one is kind of dangling down, but it didn't want to do what I wanted it to do, so it's going to be dangling there. But we're bringing all the bikes to the racetrack next, because why not? Why not bring everyone to the racetrack? We need to see how these bikes do on the track, and obviously I put my fastest bikes, you know, according to the measurement of speed that they give the bikes. And we're just gonna bring them on over here. Let's take a look here and see what we are up against. So we got long straightaways that we can use to give them a nice boost, and then they got a nice corner over here. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go and putt on down the lane here. Would this be your pit stop lane? I'm not quite sure. But that is where we're going to have our start. And we're just going to see how we do from there. I'm looking forward to this chaos. I'm sure you guys are too. Starting us out of the gate is our mini bike. Now this thing claims to do about 50 kilometers an hour, so that'll be a good threshold. Just to see how we do. Seems to take a while to pick up that speed, especially when we're steering, which is very interesting. So it struggles just a wee bit to get to that 50 mark. But we're gonna just take a turn here and see how we do. Oh yeah, as I was steering, it kind of slipped into, yeah, there you go. We're seeing a couple 50s. Well, this is nothing to write home about, but the crowd seem a little eager there and a little surprised at a moment, but yeah, not bad, but also not great. But it gives us a great benchmark for where we want to go from here on out. So I'm just going to park the bike off to the side, and then we're going to go jump onto the next bike. And the next one is going to be the second one that had a hitch. If I can ever spawn in. Now this one, I am not sure how this is going to go because it's leaning. But we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a try. Definitely a lot more spunk to her, and look at that. We are out of the racetrack for some reason. My goodness, it is hard to control. Let's see. We'll do not quite as fast just to get past that curve. We'll, on the straightaway, we'll take her a little faster. Yeah, this is quite janky. Quite janky. You know, come to think of it, I probably shouldn't take these curves because, yeah, this is going to be awful to watch. But we do have, well, no, we have a bunch of curves actually. Oh, there we go, hitting stuff again. Well, so much for that, isn't it? Good enough of a spot to park. Alrighty, this one claims to do 72 and it is an electric bike. So we shall see. Nothing special about it. But wow, yeah, that 72 is quite quick. She's a little snappy with the steering. It's not as bad as that one dirt bike that little gold one, but yeah, it does seem to have a little bit of a snappiness to the steering. As you can see, a little drifting too. Interesting. Yeah, definitely a little more snappy, that's for sure. But then again, this game is also not designed for racing, so who are we kidding, right? Who are we really kidding? Last of the classics. This one says it goes 105, so this one is kind of outstanding because the other ones have all been going about, you know, 50 to 80, and this one says it's good for 105. This is going to be fascinating if it actually reaches that. Oh, I have no doubts in my mind it can do 105. Look at that. It's 103, 104. Having a hard time controlling this thing. Oh, sorry, man. Let's try that on the straightaway just for a sec. There's a straightaway on the other side. I think we need to go there just to rip along. Yeah, steering gets a little complicated when you're driving at this speed with a bike. But the straightaway is just up ahead. Let's get that elusive 105. There you go, right past the grandstand. Come on, can we do that 105? It looks like it's kind of a 104 only. We stand maybe? Nope, but we can ramp. Well, there you go. Can't get 105, but we can stand on our bike. And we can go 103, 104, just back and forth. That's fun. What fun. Alrighty, what do we got next? Ooh. Very nice, 110. We're moving up in the world, aren't we? Oh, this is going to be one of those that... Oh yes, I believe this is the one that would never stop backing. Like, it just wants to keep backing. Yep, let's go. Okay, well, that's a fascinating turn of events. There you go. You never know what you run into. But yeah, see how it's still backing? I got my throttle punched all the way forward for driving, but still backing. So I gotta shut off the engine. And the wheel's still spinning. And now I can start to drive. I don't doubt it can do 110. I think it's just a matter of... Yeah, here, let's go over here so we can get a nice straightaway, and let's do that 110. There you go. It's all you, man. 107 is kind of where she's locked in. Doesn't want to do the 110. Isn't that fascinating how these bikes all kind of do that? Very, very fascinating. Oh well, I'll go see what the next bike does, I guess. Okay, we are on the 350. And this one has a sweet sounding engine. That is the sound of a real dirt bike right there. I love it. I think it sounds just absolutely phenomenal. And this one is at least keeping up with the advertisement of being able to do 110. So if you look, as soon as we get on that straightaway, we'll just blast her. And yes, 110 is no issue. That is awesome. It just kind of fluctuates between 109 and 110. But it handles itself really well, surprisingly. And I just bumped against the fence, but whatever. That's besides the point. No, I like this one. The 350 is definitely a nice bike. It is kind of the size I'd buy if this was in real life. And there we go. Crashed it on the pile. We need to go find another bike. Alright, we need to see which one is which. So that one says it's a $1.80. That one is a piece of garbage. We're not dealing with that. This one says a $1.20. So I got a feeling this will be our next one. Let's move this one off the trailer real quick. I just want to put that one in line. There we are. This one's also a $1.20. This is the CB750, so I'm going to take this one first. Whoa! That was a very strange shift pattern. But yeah, she wanted to go. But again, I'm noticing pretty twitchy. Lots of tilting and leaning. Very jumpy, if you will. Oh! Did we really just roll a truck over? Incredible. But can we reach the 120? That's the question. 117, 118. Ah, this is gonna be one of those where you gotta steer in order to get the 120. But she goes off the line real quick. That is for sure. And right through the fence apparently too. Alright. Well then. We'll take the old chopper for a ride. This one sounds good too. Oh yeah, she's quick off the line. And fast braking too. It's almost like it has a regenerative electric motor for a brake. Oh my. I gotta move that truck. That truck is very much in my way. If I can, but I can't. Oh, that's just terrible. Alright. Here we go. $1.20. That's what we're looking for. $1.18. 19. No. Not quite $1.20. Oh, I guess 119 is kind of maxed. And we got one last one. The one with the sidecar. That one says it does a lot more. What is that, $1.50 or something? I can't wait to try that. Let's go find it. Let's take that for a little rip. Oh yeah. That was too fun. I deserve that. I totally deserve that. But what a jump. Look at that. That was beautiful. $1.80, not even $1.50. That's $1.80. We're ripping. We are going to be ripping. Alrighty then. I'm hoping I get a little bit of stability with the sidecar, but I'm starting to have my doubts. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is going to be an adventure, to say the least. Very skittish, this bike. Look at that. Swerves as soon as it catches anything. Oh, come on. We may have to bring the single bike instead of the one with the car. Yeah, there you go. Let's toss that thing aside. Oh, this is inconvenient, shall we say. Let's take that straight away now. Now we have the yellow truck out of the way. Sort of. Well, she does $1.80 as advertised. Oh man, just laid her right flat. I gotta try this thing on the trailer ramp. Absolutely have to. Like, there's no way. I'm gonna go through the roof, I have a feeling. Let's do it. Let's just try it. There you go. Oh, we missed. Oh, that is not even cool. Try it again. Oh, that's the fuel. Come on, don't get stuck now. We need to hit that ramp. There we go. It's all good. It's all good. You got this. Like, it's such a jolt. See, it's such a jerky. You try to steer it more or less straight, but it just jerks so bad. Here, let's get them lined up again. I think we got them. Oh, now, if that wasn't piss poor, I don't know what is. We've got to be able to do better than that. Like, that was honestly embarrassing. Okay, we did a little wall ride, but that was still not as good as the chopper. Well, guess we learned something then. There we go. Well, I think we've all learned something. We've had a lot of fun with our bikes here. We've done a lot of stupid things with them. And I think that is exactly how a guy is supposed to celebrate the 8th anniversary. With a bunch of hijinks. A bunch of really dumb things. Like, look at that. That is a proper celebration right there. Awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for these 8 years. I hope I can continue to do more, and I thank you guys very much for all the support again. Look forward to bringing you guys more content. There is more stuff down the tube. I'm sure you guys are waiting to see, and you will see it all in due time, I'm sure. But till then, guys, take care of yourselves. Hug your loved ones. You know, be kind to one another. And yeah, let's see you guys in the next one. Absolutely.